Okay, ladies and gentlemen, good afternoon and a very warm welcome to a race weekend that has been 22 years in the making. MotoGP is back in Brazil for the first time since 2004 as we get set for the Estrela Galicia 00 Grand Prix of Brazil here in Goiania. Round 2 this year comes from the Autodromo Internacional Ayrton Senna, which hosted 3 Grand Prix back in 1987, 1988 and 1989, and it becomes the 33rd different track to stage a race in the modern MotoGP era. It's a pleasure to welcome 3 very special guests for our pre-event press conference here in Goiania, led by a Red Bull KTM Factory Racing Team rider Pedro Acosta. A sprint win and Grand Prix second place at round 1 in Thailand means for the first time in history we have a KTM rider leading the MotoGP World Championship, and Pedro looking super strong. 3 double podiums in the last 4 Grand Prix. Speaking of strong, well, one rider certainly in fantastic form right now is Aprilia Racing's Marco Bezzecchi. Marco's dominant victory in Buriram in the opening Grand Prix was his 3rd in a row, all from pole position, all leading every single lap. Marco aiming this weekend to be just the 14th rider in 77 years to win 4 MotoGP races in a row, and he's now the most successful rider ever for Aprilia. And completing today's lineup, I'm delighted to welcome the home crowd hero, the rider all Brazilian fans are desperate to see. It's Pro Honda LCR rider Diogo Moreira. Diogo set to be the first Brazilian to ride in front of his home crowd since Alex Barros at Rio back in 2004. And who will ever forget 2025? Brazilian fans certainly won't, when his Moto2 World Championship success last year made Diogo the first Grand Prix World Champion from Brazil. A proud moment for all connected to Diogo and Brazilian motorsport. Gentlemen, welcome to all 3 of you. Good afternoon to all of you. The wait almost over. Tomorrow we'll hear MotoGP bikes on track in Brazil for the first time in over 20 years. I'll start a question for all 3 of you together, starting with you, Pedro, as our World Championship leader. Back in Brazil, how excited are you to be racing in this great country? And what about Goiania, the circuit itself? Have you had a chance to have a look at it, and what do you think?
Yeah, yesterday I make a lap around and looks quite cool. It's true that will be maybe FP1 quite chaotic, let's say, for everyone. But looks quite cool. T3 and T4 looks like there can be many overtake points for this. I think will be funny to start a new adventure, let's say, in Brazil.
Marco, coming on to you, always exciting to start a new adventure at a new circuit. What have been your first impressions of the track here in Goiania?
Well, the track looks super nice. It's very fast and looks very cool. Also, all the paint around the track is very beautiful, and they are working super hard in the track, and I'm very, very happy to be here. The vibe is super nice, so can't wait to ride the MotoGP.
And Diogo, of course, this weekend must feel like another dream coming true for you, racing in front of your home crowd in MotoGP, and just your 2nd race in MotoGP as well. How special is that feeling for you? And what is your story with this track here in Goiania? Did you race here before when you were younger?
Yeah, like you say, no, it's a dream for me, race here in MotoGP, and you know the track looks super nice, super cool. And let's see, no, at the end, you know, the track is a bit dirty now, but we're gonna clean tomorrow. But yeah, I has been here when I was kid. I raced here some years ago, but yeah, I know well the track. So let's see the weekend.
And while we're talking about Brazil and your home race, we can see you've got a very special helmet here for this weekend. Can you just talk us through that?
Yeah, for me, you know, Senna is like a hero for me, no, and I make the special helmet for my home GP, and you know, it's like a classic helmet, and here on the top we have his face on the top, and you know, for me it's a honor to use this helmet.
It's a fantastic looking helmet. Great job, Diogo. Coming back to you, Pedro, of course, Buriram was a fantastic weekend for you and KTM. Brilliant results. You produced some brilliant moments as well on track, racing with Marquez in both the sprint and the Grand Prix. Looking at this track here in Brazil, do you think it's a track that's going to suit your riding style, and more importantly, maybe the KTM as well?
Well, let's see. Normally in new tracks we are quite fast, but you never know. You know, at the end we have to go in tomorrow to the FP1, see where we are, and after that put a clear target. At the end, we know that we should not leave in the championship for this. We have to keep going with our target to be always in the top 5, try to don't make the mistake that I was normally making in the first part of last year, that was crashing a lot. For this, let's see what is going on in Brazil. At the end, zero expectation at the moment.
It's only been one race, but 32 points in Thailand was your best ever weekend in MotoGP. When you start a new season like that, and you get some early momentum, does it make you feel more relaxed knowing that your potential is to maybe win races this year? And just how cool have these last 2 weeks been, just to see your name at the top of the MotoGP World Championship for the first time?
Yeah, it's cool, but at the end, like I say, I know that maybe it's not my place to be, like you can imagine it's super nice to see yourself in top of the MotoGP world standing, but like I say, it's not our target now. I have to keep working like I'm doing. I was really happy about the race that we do in Thailand because I was not committing mistake like I say that I normally making last year, but we have to keep working like this and that's it.
Pedro, best of luck to you and KTM here this weekend. We'll come on then to Marco Bezzecchi once again. Marco, the end of 2025, as we know, was awesome. The wins in Portimao and Valencia. The start of 2026 has been very impressive as well for you and Aprilia. 3 successive pole positions now, 3 successive Grand Prix victories, which no Aprilia has ever done before. How important was it to start the season in that kind of form? You said yourself it was important to start this year, carrying on from where you left off in 2025. It's super important to keep that momentum going, isn't it?
Yeah, it was super important. Of course, in Thailand we made a very good weekend. I made a mistake in the sprint, so was not enough good. But anyway, I can't complain about the Sunday race because I felt amazing with my bike and I was able to go quite fast. So can't complain at all. The guys are doing a wonderful job, and hopefully we can try to enjoy also here.
Over a period of the last few months, Marc, it's been clear the RSGP, super strong, competitive in all kinds of different circuits, different conditions. Looking just right now here this weekend in Brazil, do you feel it's another track that you can really exploit the strengths of the Aprilia here?
Well, it's very tough to say a comment before even riding in a new track especially, but it's true that the bike is improving. The factory in Noale is working very hard, so we will see. I have no idea what to expect. As Pedro said, zero expectation also for me. At the end, we try to enjoy, we try to learn the track as quick as we can, and then we will see.
Many thanks. Best luck to you this weekend as well, Marco. We'll come on then once again to Diogo Moreira. Diogo, Buran was obviously a very special weekend for you, making your debut in the MotoGP World Championship. A great start as well with points on the board already. The Brazilian fans, as mentioned, they're so desperate to see you race here this weekend. What would be a result that would make you happy? What are your realistic goals coming into this weekend?
Yeah, it's difficult to say, because at the end I wanna win the race, but it's not a real result. We need to be, on the ground, and we need to keep working on the bike, understanding the bike, because at the end we have all the year to improve and keep working, And I would say, we need to enjoy the weekend. And I mean, will be difficult. We have a bit more pressure, but we need to enjoy the weekend and try to make well all the weekend, and let's see. But we'll be super happy.
I was going to ask you actually about this experience that you're going to face here this weekend. You normally seem so cool and so relaxed, but this is a different weekend. When we arrived in the airport yesterday, your face is everywhere. There's huge interest from the media. Your family and friends are going to be here this weekend. You're very much the home crowd hero. So do you feel a little bit more pressure, a little bit more expectation, because it seems like you are the rock star of Goiania?
Yeah, it's not like a pressure. I like also to see my face on the in the airport, also in the city. And it's nice, to have this on Brazil. I will try to be super calm on the weekend and try to enjoy the weekend and work with the team. And for me, it's not a pressure. I will say, we need to be focused on the weekend and try to forget another things. And let's see.
Best luck this weekend, Diogo. It's fantastic, of course, for you to be racing in front of your home crowd, and fantastic for MotoGP to be back in Brazil for the first time since 2004. That's enough from me. We have MotoGP Social coming up a little bit later on, but for now I'll hand it over to questions from the media. Thank you very much.
here, Borja González for Dazón. A question for all of you. Checking the track, which part do you feel it's more interesting or can be more interesting for the weekend? You say, okay, here we can see something. Thank you.
Maybe in my opinion, sector 3 and 4 looks quite nice. Like I say, in my opinion, looks like there are many overtake points over there. For this will be maybe a cool place to ride, let's say.
Well, all the track is very beautiful. Just walking on the track, to be honest, my favorite point is turn 3, 4, 5 from that area to the end. But as Pedro said, the sector 3 looks interesting for the battle, so we will see.
Last year we make the official event here with the Marini and Franco, and they work a lot on the circuit. I mean, they change a lot. It's like a new circuit and looks super nice. And we'll see on the asphalt, no, because it's new. And at the end there is a super fast track, so let's see. I mean, we have 31 laps on the race, so will be super tough also.
Hi, Dimitris Diatsidis from Greek TV. A question for all of you, but I start with Bez. Bez, on theory, Aprilia has an advantage in not stop-and-go tracks, in flowing tracks like this. Do you feel that the bike that you rode in Buriram can perform the same very well here?
I have no idea because at the end the track is new and we never made any lap. Of course, I would love to feel good, and we will work for this, but at the moment is difficult to answer to you.
For Pedro, you look like in Buriram you take out the profit of these different Michelin tires better than the other KTM guys. Do you think that this is because here you will have the same tires? Do you think that this can give you an advantage also in this track?
Well, at the end, like Marco says, it's quite difficult to say. New track for everyone, and also many question marks about the durability of the tires and also how grippy will be the track for this. Let's see tomorrow.
And a question for Diogo. Diogo, you were not born when Ayrton Senna passed, but can you explain to us what is Ayrton Senna for you, and what do you feel that is Ayrton Senna for all Brazil?
Yeah, I mean, I would say for me and also for Brazil is like a hero, no? Because at the end, he make like his way like the same like me, no? He go to the Europe and start his career there. So for me, it's like a hero, and I want to follow this way, no? Is I mean, at the end he have a lot of championships on for F1, so you know, now I'm MotoGP on the MotoGP class, so we need to try to understand more the bike, and let's see if we can follow his way.
Hi everybody, Mela Chercoles from Diario AS and Cadena Ser. My question is for the local hero, Diogo Moreira. If you could speak with Ayrton Senna and Edson Arantes do Nascimento, Pelé, what would you like to ask them? Thank you.
Wow, super difficult, eh? I mean, some tips, no? Some tips, because at the end I'm super young, and I would say I have all my life to enjoy, you know, and at the end I will ask some tips to you know, the professional part, and also in the life way. And at the end it's difficult to say, but I will say some tips.
I have a question for Marco, right here, your left. What are your first impressions of the F duct on Aprilia? The F duct, Aprilia, and it is what it takes for you to maybe be a world champion in 2026.
I don't understand.
The
sorry.
F duct,
duct.
F.
The aero, the F duct aero.
Sorry.
Yeah, the new aero.
I don't even know what is. Sorry. Well, is the bike is working good, so for me it's okay.
Okay, thank you.
Michel Turco, Motor Review. Question for Pedro. Pedro, what is the main improvement for KTM from last year? The rider or the bike?
Well, maybe in this stage of the year, maybe both, because last year I was in one stage of the first part of the season. I was whole day angry, let's say, and I was quite negative, I will say. But anyway, at the end, it's clear that we are able to survive more with the tires during a race, and this is the first step to be competitive. After that, the bike is becoming more easy. Also, the team are working faster, and also from Mattighofen, they push just the bottom and go flat out all this winter for this. I don't know, maybe also the general situation of the brand is quite better for this. I think it's a combination of many things.
Okay, I think that's it for the media questions. We'll hand over now to Kiko Giles for our Brazilian MotoGP Social. Kiko, over to you.
Thank you, Matt. Let's get started with MotoGP Social, obviously, the first one ever in Brazil. This one is quite an interesting one. The last time we came to Goiania, none of you guys were actually born, and the last time we were in Brazil, Marco, you were 6 years old, Diogo, you were 3 months old, and Pedro, you were 6 weeks old. So it's only fair that this challenge, if we can get the blindfolds on, you guys have to draw the layout of this Goiania circuit. So get those blindfolds on and let's see what racetrack you think you're racing on this weekend.
Hostia, se me ha caído.
First crash of the weekend to Diogo, but he's all okay.
We start?
Go whenever you want.
Wow.
Aspetta.
We should have got them to do it with their opposite writing hand as well, actually, just to add some complication. I can't see too much at the moment, but I think we've got a figure of 8 on Diogo's.
I think I'm done.
It looks like, yeah, I think... Wait to take the blindfold off, Pedro. Let's just... I think, are we done?
Yeah, I'm done.
Yeah, we've definitely got a Saxon ring effect going on, I think, with Diogo. This was my drawing earlier, by the way. Obviously
Can I
not
take off?
generated. Take off the mask.
Hostia.
I've got to say, Bez, I'm impressed, but I think we need to finalise the last corner.
Difficult, eh?
I think my one is not that bad.
Yeah,
Super bad.
And as I said, we've got a mix of a figure of 8 and the Saxon ring and Goiania with Diogo. But I think top job all round. Any winners? Who's Marco? Who's won in your eyes? Your one or Pedro or Diogo?
No, you cannot see my one.
My one looks good, but the final straight need like a motocross jump. So I think Pedro was a little bit better, unfortunately.
Pedro, are you the winner? Do you think you're the winner?
I will not say never myself for this. Maybe if we change his straight, maybe it's better.
If we change the straight, is for sure is a little bit better.
Yeah.
You are probably the closest on layout, but that is closest to proportions. And Diogo, I'm sorry, but I won't ask you if yours is the best. Guys, thank you very much. Better luck next week in Kota for more MotoGP Social. Matt, back to you.
Yeah, if you can just sign those boards, guys, and then we'll get you to stand for the official photographs. Thank you very much. So he's top of the MotoGP World Championship and top of the MotoGP Social here in Brazil is Pedro Acosta. Pedro, if you can keep hold of the board, we'll get one photo with the board. That'll be great. Thank you very much. And then we'll do one without. Gentlemen, thank you very much. So first, with the boards for the photographers, thank you. And then we'll do one without. Okay, guys, have a great weekend here in Brazil. Thank you very much.
Thank you.